Namaste. In today's heart opening practice, you can see that I have a couple different things resting here on my mat. And if you'd like to add some props to your practice, you may as well. You certainly don't have to. But what I have here are two separate blankets or supports so that when we lie down on our back, the heart center, the upper back and chest is a little bit more elevated, and there's also support for your head. Mine are about even, but you may want something just a little bit higher for your head. You can kind of play around with that and see what works well for your body. And as you can see, I just have some blankets here that are folded a couple times. You can also use some pillows that may support you, anything that you have really lying around your house. If you'd like to go and grab any of those, you may set up a little bit and explore. You can pause the video and get that set up before coming back to settle. When we do come down, we'll keep our knees bent and feet grounded. And so as you roll yourself back, we want to make sure that the upper back, not the lower back necessarily, but more that upper back and shoulder blades are resting into that first support. And then your head can come down to rest onto the blanket or whatever support pillow it is that you're using to hold your head. Your chin should point about up towards the ceiling. We don't want to strain through the neck. And you also want to make sure that you're able to release any tension through your neck. So just kind of taking a few moments to position yourself. Arms can then make their way out to the sides with palms turned up. You can adjust your pelvis and hips, and those legs in any way here. And then closing your eyes, just begin to shift your awareness inward. Taking a few deeper breaths, allowing both your body and your mind to come to settle here. Noticing how this breath feels maybe a little different when you're propped up. As you acknowledge that, honoring it, work to soften. Sometimes entering into something new, we hold on a little bit, we grip, and we tense the body. And so we want to make sure that we can soften. So just taking your time, as many breaths as you need to fully settle, to find that inner space of ease and comfort with your breath guiding you. And then just begin to notice the gentle movement of breath within your belly and lower back even. Without forcing the breath deep there, just acknowledge or feel the slight movement. Making sure to soften, release any tension there. And then your awareness can shift up and into your chest. Maybe take a slightly deeper breath in as you explore this expansiveness, this openness across your chest, in front of your shoulders, and even out through your arms. Be mindful of any tension that creeps in as you take a few deeper breaths, making sure you soften into that tension when you release the breath. Let your breath relax. Gradually cultivating more of a natural, gentle flow, but still feeling here into your heart, your chest. Enjoying this inner sense of expansion. resting into those supports beneath the upper back. Gradually bring your awareness more fully into your heart center, right at the middle of your chest. As though this space can breathe. Let yourself connect more with the subtle, energetic sensations of this area. Noting any thoughts or feelings that arise. Just acknowledging them without spiraling off into thoughts or stories behind them. Letting yourself connect with this space and the sensations that arise within it. And after a few focused breaths here in your heart center, soften. Almost as though you can melt or descend within that subtle space. Honoring yourself, honoring this journey that you're on, all that you've encountered and experienced, bringing you to this point. Take a few moments as you listen here to your heart to think about anything that you're needing today, that you're needing to nurture or release. Whether that's inwardly focused on more self-love and acceptance, or maybe it's more outwardly focused on accepting others. A sense of compassion both within and beyond. And when you feel ready, you can just slowly begin to let your knees sway side to side without really going too far, just starting to bring some gentle movement into your body. Heart center stays nice and open, your arms are relaxed for another few moments. Connecting back with breath through your nose. When your knees come back through center, you can even find a gentle rock of your pelvis forward and back, so that lower back arches up a bit. You start to stretch through the abdomen all the way up into your chest and rib cage. And then opposite as the lower back releases towards the mat. Keep this awareness of heart center, staying open as we move and explore both within and into this world around us, the space around us. We can maintain an inner sense of openness from our hearts. Gradually let your pelvis, lower back settle back into neutral. And the knees can come in towards your chest. Arms can wrap around them, gently drawing knees in towards chest. You may need to rock a little bit side to side to readjust your lower back and pelvis. You may need to readjust the neck and the shoulders. Keep your heart space open, almost as though you're lifting that heart center up towards the ceiling. Breathe here. Soften into tension. Maybe that heart center softens a bit as if melting back towards the support beneath it. Your knees may come in just a little bit closer, and then find a gentle rock side to side. Maintaining this awareness and openness through your heart center and your chest. You can even explore taking your knees in a circular motion. And reversing at any point. Back through center, knees towards chest, heart space open, taking one more full breath here. Expanding, opening that heart space and allowing it to soften. Slowly begin to release your legs. You can make your way over to one side and then begin to press up and come around to sit with legs crossed in front of you. If you'd like to take those supports or props off of your mat, you may, shifting them off to the side. And we'll just kind of ease into the upper body, going side to side here, adjusting pelvis, feeling into neck, those shoulders. Think of leading with your heart center as you gradually kind of settle and continue to move. Breathing through your nose. And taking upper body into a circular motion. Again, here today, think of leading with your heart, circling that heart center around your pelvis, around your roots. Reversing your circles at any point when it feels natural for you. Maybe exploring a little wider, a little slower, but again, lead with heart. Your inner guide. As your spine comes towards neutral, take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, reaching them out behind you. Lift your heart up towards ceiling. Your gaze can shift up, opening this heart space. Hug your shoulder blades slightly in as you extend through your arms. Take a deep breath, feel the expansion within that chest and heart center. As you breathe out, you can fold yourself forward. Relax through the arms behind you, kind of resting to your back, chin towards your chest. And breathing in, roll yourself back up. Release your hands. Bring one hand over the other, one palm over the other, right at your heart center. Close your eyes. Take a few moments here. Aware of your breath and aware of your body. Softening into shoulders and hips. And finding that gentle extension and lift up through your spine. Feel your palms. Envision your heart center right within the middle of your chest. As you breathe into that heart center, the energy expands, and maybe you sense or feel that through your palms. Maybe you sense or feel that energy extend outward in all directions from this heart space. Think again about your intention, your own personal needs today, guided by this heart, extending energy outward, inward, or even a combination of both. so that we can invoke and be guided by this deep sense of love and compassion that is within us. Feel now that energy may be a little more radiant and expansive. When you feel ready, release your arms, palms, letting them come to rest lightly to your thighs, or your hands resting here with palms up. Stay connected to that heart center. As you breathe, hear energy radiating through the arms, palms, into this space around you. Take a slightly deeper breath as you begin to slowly open your eyes. Maybe a gentle smile coming across your face. And take your time to come over onto hands and knees. Scooting yourself back a little bit so that your feet, toes are towards the back of your mat, hands more mid-mat. As we come into tabletop, any gentle stretches, finding your ground, extending your roots here. We'll ease this into a few cat-cows. On an exhale, arching your spine up. Inhale to release, leading with heart, gaze forward and up. As you exhale, lead with that heart. Almost like your heart center is like a headlight. Inhale, lead with it. It starts to point forward, out in front of you. Exhaling, that heart center, that headlight curling in and up towards you. Take a few more of these. The focus on your heart center today, not so much core and low back or even those hips, but really on leading with your heart. You can even explore the sensation through the back of your heart center. So often we focus on the front of our chakras, but they have a back to them as well. So right at that same level, feel into the back of your heart center. With your next inhale, we're going to come towards neutral spine. Keeping hips in line with your knees, walk your hands forward, keeping fingers spread wide. You're still rooted through the palms. We'll lower the head, the chest down a little bit, coming into puppy dog. Your head right about in line with the arms. Find your ground through those palms as you extend out. Drawing slightly opposite through the hips to create this length in your spine. Take a breath. And then focus on your heart center as though it can melt down towards your mat. Down towards the earth. As you breathe in, you can slowly come back up, walking your hands in. Take a seat back into child's pose. Hips over your heels, folding forward, lowering your head towards the mat. You can walk your hands out just a little bit, working that extension. Broad across your upper back, back of your heart center. Enjoying a breath there. And then next inhale, we'll come back up and make our way towards downward facing dog. So palms towards front of your mat, tucking your toes under, lifting your knees, those hips up and back. You can readjust your feet so they're hip distance apart. Extending through palms, strong through your arms, lengthening all the way up and back through those hips.
You can walk out your dog a little bit here, just to kind of awaken the legs and find a little more ease and comfort in your dog, but start to connect with that heart center. Settling back in, now this full extension again. You may even sense heart center easing back towards your thighs, towards those legs, as though it's reaching back for them. And then take an in-breath, let your gaze come forward towards the space between your hands, almost like you're reaching your heart center forward into that space now, guiding that light. And as you do that, make sure to broaden your upper back and shoulder blades so you're nice and open through the back of your heart center. And then you can begin to walk your feet forward into that space between your hands, into your standing forward bend. Feet hip distance apart. Toes point straight forward with outer edges of your feet parallel to edges of mat. Your knees can bend. You can release your spine forward, head hanging, arms may interlace. Any gentle movement here through your spine as you connect with your breath and as you connect with your roots here beneath you. As you hold back through center, let your awareness come into the back of your rib cage. Feel the expansion with the breath, the softening with breath. And next, inhale as you release the arms. Let's begin to lift, lengthening your spine as you come up. You can reach your arms overhead if you'd like, gaze up, and then exhale, lower arms by your sides. Keep the palms facing forward, fingers spread wide, those elbows a little softer as you peel open your heart center and establish neutral spine. Checking in with your breath. Feel as though you can breathe in through the front of your heart center and breathe out through the back of it, almost as though your breath and energy flows horizontally through this heart center. Breathing in through the front, breathing out through the back. And then breathing in, join your palms together at your heart center, but extend those arms straight up overhead. Lift your heart as you arch your spine back, send your gaze up. Next, exhale, release the arms back to sides, but we're just going to come probably about halfway here. So those upper arms are more parallel now to the floor. Elbows soft again, draw back. Navel area comes in, neutral spine, a little more opening through your heart. Give yourself a point of focus. Your option to stay here in mountain pose, or if you'd like to shift over to your left leg and come into tree pose with the arms here, you may. Bringing so right foot to the ankle or the shin. Keeping the openness from your heart, almost like that's your center point here, like a sun radiating outward. The right knee draws back. Breathing in, you can send your palms overhead together. Exhale as you sink them into heart center. Holding palms here. If you're in tree, release that right leg, grounding the foot. Center in mountain. We'll breathe in, open through heart, extend the arms out. Elbows soft, palms forward. Option to hold here. We're shifting weight to right leg. A gentle tree pose today as you bring sole of the left foot to the ankle or maybe even up to the shin. Opening through this front body. Breathe. As you breathe in next, palms together overhead. Exhale, sink them through heart. Release that left leg. Come back to mountain. Hold here for a moment. Center yourself. As you find a point of focus, let's shift weight to the left leg and step right foot back into warrior one or a high lunge. So angling that right heel in a little bit. We want our hips to stay pointed forward. And you want to lift a little bit. So maybe even that front knee isn't bent too far. Lifting up through your spine. Breathing in, we'll send arms overhead. You may like to interlace your fingers here, steepling index fingers. Lifting the heart as you arch your spine back. Shoulders are relaxed. Think of leading again with heart, lifting it towards ceiling. Stay strong through the back leg. With an in-breath, release your arms. Take them behind your back, interlacing fingers here, kind of reaching out. And then exhale, fold forward over this front leg. Crown reaches forward. Bowing that heart center forward. Stable through those legs, core as you breathe in and lift. Palms to heart. Step forward. Shake it out a little bit. And settle back into mountain. As you shift weight to right leg, left leg can step back. Give yourself a moment, finding warrior one on this side, dropping left heel in. Making sure that front knee doesn't go past the ankle, your upper body nice and balanced evenly between the two legs. Rooting down. Lengthening, lifting from your core. Breathe in, let's add the arms. Interlacing fingers, steeple index. Shoulders relaxed. Lift your heart center up towards the ceiling, but keep shoulders relaxed. No straining. Soften into any tension. Expansive through the heart, not forcing anything. With your next in-breath, release the arms, take them behind you, interlace fingers, kind of reach out a bit. Exhale, lead with your heart as you fold forward over the right leg. As you breathe in here, stabilize, lift your upper body. Palms to heart. Step forward. Take a moment. You may like to open those arms back out. A little more relaxed by your sides, down a little bit with palms forward. Check in with breath. Either closing your eyes or finding a point of focus. Invite that breath now in through the back of your heart center and the exhale through the front of your heart center. Each breath that you draw in gets filtered through your own personal heart energy before extending back out into the space and world around you. How would you like to shape that energy, to direct that energy? As you open your eyes, palms can come into heart. And step out wide to the right on our mats. Nice wide stance, heels aligned, big toes are turned in. Let's then turn the right foot out, toes away from you. Hips stay parallel to this long edge of your mat. Same with your chest. Take a breath in, and when you exhale, begin to bend the right knee as we ease into warrior two. Nice and gentle again. Today we want to focus on the expansion through heart. So a nice sense of grounding, but not too much tension, not too much over effort there in the lower body. And then with an in-breath, let's send the arms out and up. Shoulders are relaxed. Your head can turn to the right. So feel grounded. Work a bit of extension up through your spine. And then focus on this heart energy. Right at the middle of your chest, extending out through the arms. Out through the fingertips, into this space surrounding you. Breathe. Keep the openness of your heart space as you flip right palm and inhale that right arm overhead to reverse warrior. Gaze me follow up, heart center still open, energy still extending through the arms, all the way to fingertips and into the space around you. As you breathe in, float back up through warrior two. And then invite palms first together back at your heart as you bring your gaze forward. Mindfully lifting hips, pivot right foot forward, readjusting a bit, and then left foot can turn out. Keep your hips, your shoulders parallel to long edge of mat. Find that strong sense of grounding, and let's begin to bend into left knee and ease into warrior two on this side. Take your time. Find a sense of stability through lower body, a lightness through the upper. As you breathe in, float your arms up. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Relax through shoulders, through hips. Breathe with awareness, energy into your heart center. Send that energy out through arms, fingers into space around you. Keep that awareness, the expansiveness from your heart as you flip left palm and inhale the arm overhead. Shoulders relaxed. Breathe, extend energy. As you inhale, come back up through warrior two. Lead with your heart. Nice and soft, palms can come in. Gaze back through center. Let's lift the hips, left foot pivots forward. With palms to heart, take an in-breath. Lift your heart, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Stabilize your core as you come down. You can release those arms, then palms or fingertips to the mat or to your legs. Spine can release. Give yourself a nourishing breath. And then from here, you can make your way down onto hands and knees. And then all the way down onto our bellies with palms under shoulders as we come into cobra. Forehead or chin can rest to the mat for now. Legs together, extending straight out behind you. Those elbows hug in towards sides of your body and shoulder blades draw down the back. With an inhale, start to lift your head, your heart away from the earth, gazing forward. Lead with that heart as you exhale, lower it back down towards the earth, almost like kissing your mat, kissing the earth. Inhale, lift back up. And exhale to release. Take a few of these, nice and slow, your breath guiding you. Lead with heart, that light shining forward and then down. Try not to press through your palms. Feel your lower back muscles doing the work there. Last lift, we'll hold. No straining through your neck. Taking a breath. You can lower just a little bit towards the mat. And then walking your palms a little more forward. Fingers spread wide. Press now through your palms. Elbows can be soft. And roll up, really opening that heart. Shoulder blades draw back and down. Your gaze can come slightly up, but again, no straining through your neck. Focus on the heart center leading you. You can think of the shoulder blades kind of hugging in and up towards that heart center. And nice control as you roll yourself back down. Bringing palms under shoulders, we'll press that mindful low back, back to child's pose. Folding forward, this time with arms by your sides are very relaxed here in front of you. Take a deeper breath, noticing where you receive, release that breath.
Any gentle stretches or movements that you're needing. As you breathe in, you can come to sit or lift your upper body sitting onto heels or cross your legs in front of you if that's a little more comfortable. Palms come back at your heart center. Close your eyes, take a few breaths. As you connect with this heart center, and again the energy that radiates through it and from it, maybe sense the back of heart center. Any warmth, any sensations there. Honor this space. Honor the journey of your heart and its energy. And when you feel ready, you can make your way down onto your back again. As we have for relaxation, that's your option to again use the props or those supports that we were using earlier if you'd like to rest in more of an open and expanded space across that chest, you can. Or you can just come to lie, finding your way into Shavasana with legs extended out. I would recommend that if you're using a support for your upper back and head, you probably want to keep your knees bent and feet grounded, which will help to support your lower back a little better. And so just easing your way into a comfortable space to rest. Your arms can come to sides with palms up. Maybe even kind of lift that heart center, letting the shoulder blades drop back and down as you come to settle. Closing your eyes. Reconnecting with your breath. First, allow your body to soften, to relax into these supports beneath you. Let your mind come to settle, allowing yourself this opportunity to practice stillness, physically and mentally. You can give your mind this breath and your heart center as a point of focus. And let yourself simply explore this heart center, the energy that radiates within, beyond. As you stay connected to your breath, maybe allowing that heart energy to flow outward in all directions, through arms, legs, through the whole of your body into the space around you. Maybe that heart energy softens and descends within you, allowing a deeper sense of nourishment for yourself. At any point, let go of directing your breath, directing your awareness, and simply rest. Staying here for as long as you're able to, before reconnecting with your intentions, leading from your heart as you slowly and mindfully make your way back into your day. Namaste.